Hello there everyone and welcome back to World War One. We're playing the Great War mod for Napoleon Total War, and as you can see, I've taken over Paris. I've also taken two provinces in the east over here. And you say to yourself, well, you weren't even close to doing this last time. No, and that's because of a very unfortunate situation. I recorded 2 episodes, which are now unusable because of a mistake that happened. So, I was out for a while, and my friend was using the computer, and he was playing, I think he was playing Squad. And anyways, for some reason he decided to he boosted the microphone quite a lot. And so he never changed it back when he was finished. So when it came time, I think the next day, when I sat down to record 2 episodes of the Great War mod, I did not check the sound levels beforehand, because it's always been the same and has never been a problem and so on. And I recorded them, and when I was gonna edit and put them together, put the things together, put the intro and so on in, I realized that they were quite loud, to the point where the sound was, on the really high points, the sound was so distorted and obnoxious to listen to. And I tried to lower it, but it didn't help. You still had that distorted, annoying sound. Plus, if I lowered it, the voice was, the voice came down to a level which was, didn't, like, I wasn't screaming in your ears. But since I don't record the voice and the game separately, the game lowered a lot more, so you didn't hear the gunfire or anything. So first, I'm saying so a lot. First, I thought I would go ahead and just use the material, but I would talk over it. But then I decided that we've missed, as I think I calculated that we missed 6 turns or something like that. And no major battle has been done, because I snuck in and I took Paris without a fight, more or less. They only had a little guard force there. So I was able to sneak past, and I out-resolved this battle against the Belgian rebels. And I chased down the smaller army down there, and I killed it over there. And over in Russia, as I said last time, I went ahead and I holy crap load of money. That's a bug. Holy I did not notice this. Look at all that cash. You know what? Interesting. No, actually we won't, because it's only 1 turn and then it will fix itself. But that's crazy amount of cash. Anyways, we're gonna deal with that later. I moved this small army down through here, and we had 1 battle right here against a large cavalry force. Quite uneventful. I used the machine guns a bit, but I didn't really get that sort of machine gun fire against cavalry, and mow them down. It was mostly the riflemen who actually did the job in this case as well. And then we had 1 fight over here, and then I marched 1 army, I marched this way, so it came down there, and the other one over there. They met up here, they destroyed an army over there. Quite an eventful fight. The Russians tried to charge me, we had a bit of a fight, but just the losses of advancing on my position just completely cut them to pieces. So I won the battle right there. And then I'm marching this army right up north. And first off, we're gonna push the navy away, and hopefully it goes away. Because right now, it's area of influence affects this river passing, I say, this passing where you can pass over, and as long as they are close there, I cannot pass with the army into Finland to go ahead and conquer Finland. So I can't do that. They have been sending a lot of armies towards Moscow, but I don't really have the cash to go ahead and fight them there. And I think that was it. Oh yes! I think that I went ahead and I destroyed this autonomy level here in the hopes that I would build a airfield. Now, that was an earlier version of the mod where you built airfields here, so I thought that that's where you built them, but I might actually have said this before. We actually build them from these farms, so these farms become military becomes air bases. We're gonna build one of them into an air base and hopefully get aircraft that can they basically act as a spy. So, and then you have 3 different kinds of aircraft. You have a fighter plane to obviously shoot down the other two kinds. You have a spy plane, and then you have a bomber plane. So the bomber plane can destroy stuff, of course. But yeah. Ooh, holy crap, all that money. The thing about that is that I'm sort of constantly scraping the bottom of the barrel for money. And I could use this money to upgrade. But I want your opinion on it, so I'm gonna remove the tax from over here, so hopefully we'll stay. Yeah, we'll make 445 a turn. But my plan is, if you will agree with me, of course, that you don't think it's cheating, is that I will use some of that money, for instance, to build a factory, to build up, say, the Brandenburg Tour, although it's not actually a Brandenburg Tour, it's the, what's it called? It actually says here, the victory column. Instead, I'm not sure why it's called Brandenburg Tour when the picture is not changed. And like upgrade some stuff so I make a bit more money. But we're talking about, I think it's, how much money is it I'm gaining from that? That's like, let's see, 1,000, 10,000, 100,000, 1 million, 10 million, 100. Wait, 4 billion. 4 billion I would make from this. So I would use some of it to build up stuff like that, but then I'm not gonna keep holding on to all the money because that would be completely cheating and it would sort of ruin everything. So I would give that, all the money, the remaining money, to some state. At first I thought Sweden, but I'm gonna ally with them and I want them to sort of become Greater Sweden, so that would be kind of cheating. Maybe the Greeks, I would sort of give them all of that, but the Greeks, they are at war with people, so that would negatively affect that. And then there's really no other, well, there's the Netherlands, but that's the same, they're allied with me, they could fight for me and so on. And the only real nation then that comes to mind is Switzerland. So I would, we're friendly with Switzerland, so we're trade partners, but they're not allied with anyone. And I'm not gonna ally them. And they'll stay neutral, and I can just deposit the leftovers of, oh yeah, I would build railroads as well. I think I would build railroads and stuff. But I want your opinion on it, so that's if the bug doesn't fix itself, of course, and the money goes away, because then the problem will fix itself. But I think we've talked enough. We're gonna go ahead and end turn, and we're gonna continue on this. It's very unfortunate. The thing is, there happened a lot of crap yesterday, where I realized mistakes and so on, and I was dealing with some trolls as well, which the thing is just not to let them bother you really. And I start off going. The problem is I always start off going defensive, and I was like, no, but the thing is like, yeah, he's a troll, he's an idiot. Let's just drop it, and you know you cannot if it's the thing that I like to think about anger when I'm angry is normally that it doesn't really help me. It's that quote. I think it was attributed to Buddha, but it might be. But it goes something like, you know, anger is like a hot burning coal that you hold on to and like squeeze it, intending it to throw at someone else. But the longer you hold on to it, the more you just will burn your hand. Or you become Darth Vader and you use the power of the dark side and you use your anger. But that's normally not the case, so normally you're not a Jedi Knight, so take a deep breath and drop it. There's some riots in France, but I think we'll actually be able to hold on to it. Yes, we will. And the French don't seem very anxious to retake their capital. I'm not entirely sure what happened that made their armies just sort of stagnant like this. Is the money still... Yeah, this is still... I'm not entirely sure what they're doing up there, but what are they doing? Where does all this cash come from? If I do this, can I see where it actually comes from? Regions, income. France is going down, but that's... The population here is going down. Where does that money come from? I need maybe to press on the province. Where does it come from? Can I see a... the population rate is dropping, but where do you get the cash from? Where does it come from? Okay, there we go. It comes from industry and the port. And the only... This doesn't generate any money. Well, it does actually. But then it comes from the port, but the port is under control by the Russians. What the? It's smuggled goods. Let's make sure that we click this so we don't get that all that cash. Right, let's push that navy out. Hopefully they'll bugger off so I can invade Finland. They've got transport ships and crap. And then we'll advance on this army, which is holding this farm. And once I've taken these guys out, we might have to go back to Moscow. But, yeah. And then we have this army here. I was gonna move it further towards Odessa. But a little Romanian army has turned up. And I'm worried that the Romanians will come in and take this. Oh yes, one other thing. The Austrians were at peace with Russia, but I managed to get them to declare war on them again, and hopefully we'll see a push which will retake this, so I don't have to go in and take it and then give it back to Austria. Anyways, let's go ahead and end turn. I want to see the... oh yeah, I completely forgot about the Italian Navy that was out. They're trying to bypass me there. At least the Russians are moving. I'm not entirely sure why everyone else sort of stopped moving. Ah, look at that. I recruited yes, now I remember. I recruited extra troops here. Modern troops. We'll take the machine gun and the modern troops. We'll march on Odessa, and we'll see about taking that. And these guys will hold against the Romanians if they decide to cross. And then we need to fight this battle here, which might be one of the last ones. I thought it might be the last one, but here's quite a substantial force. We might want to have some more. Let's have some of these modern rifle battalion. When I say modern, I mean like more like middle to late war rather than the early war infantry. Anyways, we've got a real big army right here, and let's go ahead and smash this army so we can continue on and march on oh, there's a bunker. A lot of cavalry in bunker. What I can do is, let's go ahead and save. I'll fight it, and then, oh wait, I have, yes, let's fight it, and then if it crashes I can auto-resolve it. That's what we do. Just to, I sort of, because, I mean, I could probably auto-resolve a lot of things, but I mean, who wants to? I mean, part of the Total War thing is that you fight the battles. Maybe not all of them, because they can become repetitive. But you fight a lot of them. Oh, that's heavy rain. Very heavy rain. Hopefully that this doesn't crash, and so I can actually fulfill this battle. Let's see. We get 2 units in reserve that will be stationed here, and then the general back here. And
damn this weather, sir.
yes, damn the weather. You're gonna have to fight in the rain. And now we're gonna rain shells down upon the enemy. And they come flying. Typical of the enemy to send the general forwards. Right, the Russians are dug in. I want the entire line to advance. We'll start advancing, and then as we come closer, the front will stop behind the hill, and then we'll try to close in from the sides. And as we do this, we gotta be careful. We got some interesting ridges here. This will obviously protect us, and the bunker will not be able to fire unless we sort of reach the top here. And then we got, oh, there's a ridge here that we can't pass, so we'll have to move around that. And then we got the forest. On this side we got a house or town hall, and then beyond that's an opening. We could then fortify the town hall and use that. That will probably be useful, because if this flank gets overrun by the Russian cavalry, we can fall back towards the house, and we'll have a lot of men in there just ready to defend. The Russians seem to sort of abandon their bunker there. I guess they know that I'm targeting it. Okay, so we got this side. You will be stretched out along here, like so. Then we got the front will be these guys. Will not get too close, but like so, I think. And then this actually will take a few more for this flank. And they will march as such. And then the 4 will be on the front, ready to hold that against, you know, there could be an advance by the enemy. Looks like the general is trying to push the bunker forward. They're concentrating their cavalry. Maybe they're going for the center, and there it crashed. Right, so I'm back. As we saw, it crashed without a single bullet having been fired. So, stupid bunkers, we do not like you. So I'm gonna have to auto-resolve this. It's, I don't know, the strength of the cannons in the when it's calculating for the auto-resolve is probably set way too high. It seems to be way too high. Anyways, I'm interested to see if the fleet moves away so I can move my army across. I like the fact that they've actually taken the trouble to making a boat model. Let's go ahead and end this. Okay, immediate bankruptcy. Right? How come? Oh, what? What's draining all that cash now? Okay, so before... Wait, it says immediate bankruptcy. The crap. Oh, the crap. Where is this black hole? Okay. Immediate bankruptcy. Okay, let's try to figure this out. Why is it screwing up like this right now? Where is... Okay, Novgorod has a similar thing. Latvia has a similar thing. Okay, let's see. Okay, so here we get the real result there. So we need to shave 1,000 of our expenses. Crap! Why did the cash just fuck up like that? Has anyone else noticed anything like this? 'Cause this might just ruin the campaign, but I'm guessing maybe it already was a bit ruined given the fact of the okay, that didn't help a lot. What if I increase taxes? That'll turn nasty really fast. Thing is, I sort of save the economy by removing these from the exempt them from, you know, tax, but it's still like okay. So now we know we need 1,000. Is this army is gonna have to be slimmed down a bit? Let's have 3 units disbanded from this. That should be 300, and we can have 3 from this that are broken down. So that's that should be 600, and oh yeah, it's double. So yeah, it fixed itself, right? I might have to make the decision whether or not to use that money in this episode, because, or I'll probably have to stop it earlier then, just to make sure, because I want your opinion on it. I don't want to go ahead and do something if you think it's like cheating and stuff. Okay, we go on you. Well, you can stay there, I guess. How many people do I have in this one? Which one is this? Is Heidelberg. We've got 3 people in Heidelberg. We have no one in France, so I guess you could go to France, but I don't know how long we'll hold on to that. Okay, so the cash normalized. The question if these regions are still okay. This one's back to normal. Actually, it's completely ruined. All the region wealth is gone. Or I don't know really what happened here. Same for this one. Ah, crap. Okay, this one is fucking up. But this one returned to normal. What's up with the crap happening in Russia? Why is it like this? Okay, so the Russian Navy has moved. But I can't actually pass until I destroyed Navy. And building a Navy enough to destroy... Oh, crap. Well then, you'll have to go down to defend Moscow from this army. Which might be just as well. And then you would be ready to attack. And you will march. You know what? There's so many problems. And I sort of want to know whether or not you guys think I should go ahead and do as I say and moderately use the cash. Not all of it, but parts of it to improve this. So yeah, that's all then. So I hope you guys enjoy this, and hopefully I'll see you guys for the next one. Bye.